You hold, I'm gonna whoop your ass, bitch. Watch. Keep running your mouth. Watch.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so I'm up early in the morning, up with the birds, trying to get my Sunday started off on the right foot. You know, this YouTube boxing thing, man, it demands so much of you, so it's important that I take care of myself away from the camera, away from YouTube, but nonetheless, I wanted to speak about some of the things coming up on that December 23rd card with, all the heavyweights out there in Saudi. And the one fight that really kind of has my eyebrows raised a little bit is the Deontay Wilder Joseph Parker fight, because, I've been on YouTube long enough, and I remember very well this once upon a time, quiet as kept, was a fight that I wanted to see. This is once a unification fight in the heavyweight division back in 2018. 2018, around that time. Let's talk about it. So, first and foremost, you got Deontay Wilder, who this will only be his second fight since getting knocked out by Tyson Fury in the third fight back in 2021, and he's taking on Joseph Parker, a fighter that has been a little up and down over the last couple of years. He just scored a big knockout victory over the undefeated prospect Simon Keane, and it's an interesting matchup because I think a lot of people will favor Deontay Wilder because of the hype and reputation he has as a big puncher. But in all reality, I mean, when you look at his resume, Joseph Parker, I think, just personally, is easily the second best fighter he's ever fought in his entire career. And that's kind of crazy because people don't really rate Joseph Parker that highly. Look at Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker became, I think, resume-wise, one of the better heavyweights of our era. He's fought, Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua, Joe Joyce. Now he's fighting Wilder. He fought Carlos Takam. That's just off top of the guys he's fought. Razvan Kanu, good little gatekeeper. So give Parker his respect. But let's talk about this fight. Now, I think both these fighters have matured a little bit later in their careers. Deontay Wilder, when you just look at him, because he hasn't boxed a whole lot, so we can't really judge who he is in the ring since the third Fury fight, because he's boxed less than a round, so there's not much to go off of. But when you watch Wilder train with Malik Scott, you can clearly see they've been working on different things in the gym, and he's not exactly the same raw gunslinging fighter that he's always had a reputation for being. There's things that you can see that they're drilling into him in the gym. What I'm really intrigued about from this fight is, okay, we know Wilder's a big puncher, but Joseph Parker can punch too. And Joseph Parker's biggest problem in his career has been that he's had a little bit of Adrian Broner syndrome, which meaning that he won't really let his hands go when he needs to. He doesn't put his punches together as much as he should. So my thing is, if first and foremost, will Parker actually put his punches together? Because if he throws combinations against Wilder, he's gonna put himself in position to get hit with that big straight right hand, and that big straight right hand has concussed and knocked out and sent many men to the emergency room and in the hospital. So I think if Parker wants to win this fight, he's gonna have to sell out. He's gonna have to really, put his best foot forward and try to really hurt Wilder. He can't go in there and he can't do what he's done in some of the biggest fights of his career. Like, I remember when Parker fought Dillian White. Dillian White is a guy that he's more talented than, but he didn't let his hands go to the 11th or 12th round, and that's why he wound up getting outworked and he lost. From the Wilder side of things, I'm very intrigued to see how he implements all those things that Malik Scott has been showing him in the gym, and if he can actually do them for a 12-round fight. Because the reality is, Deontay Wilder, when he fought Fury, I remember that was the first camp together. He was throwing this little stab jab to the stomach over and over again, but he couldn't hold that base. He couldn't maintain that style throughout 12 rounds. So, he eventually went back to knowing what he knows how to do, which is be that gunslinging power punching heavyweight that he is. So, you know, he's had some time to drill these things into place. He's had some time to work these things into his style. And it's going to be a really fun fight because the reality is this too. I mean, Joseph Parker got stopped by Joe Joyce. But Joe Joyce is a different type of fighter than Wilder. He's more of a guy that grinds you down and wears you out. Wilder's a one-punch guy. So it's going to be interesting. And I'm happy that, you know, it's better late than never. It's better that these guys are fighting at this stage of their career. They're not fighting at all because, again, when you look at this era of heavyweight boxing with Anthony Joshua, Wilder, you know, Fury, and I guess you can definitely include Parker because he was a former champion, so we'll give him his respect. We'll include him. A lot of these guys didn't fight each other, and at least this is one of the matchups we get to see. And I think, you know, this fight would either enhance Wilder's reputation, or it'll kind of in some ways demean him because really people don't think of Joseph Parker as like a top upper echelon heavyweight kind of a guy anymore. The consensus seems to be that Wilder's gonna go in there and he's gonna iron out Joseph Parker. So I think, you know, I won't hold it against Wilder if he loses to Parker, but I know a lot of people will if he does. So it's a good matchup. You know, I think this matchup at its best is Wilder, the gunslinger who's kind of added some things into his skill set, versus, you know, the volume puncher in Joseph Parker. You know, the guy that people fell in love with when he was a prospect. Because if you guys remember, when Parker was a prospect, I remember he was getting like cosigns from all the old heavyweights like Larry Holmes and all these guys, and a lot of people were high on him. But then when he got to that top level, you know, he wasn't able to continue to be that volume puncher. So hopefully, you know, he's been talking a lot about how he's gotten this rejuvenation for boxing. Now I don't know if he's fell in love with boxing again, or if he's just fell in love with that money from the Saudis, you know. So we'll see how it goes. But nonetheless, those are my initial thoughts on Wilder versus Parker, just how I see it and the storylines going into the fight. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about Parker versus Wilder? You know, leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.